What's up, friend? I thought it was time for a proper introduction, so if I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, I'm Khalil. I'm a creative entrepreneur, actor, model, men's style enthusiast, R&B lover, and so much more. And I'm really excited to share my story here on YouTube. I live in LA, and while I originally moved here to pursue a career in acting, after living through a global pandemic, a 100+ day actor strike, and honestly just life in general, I realized that I could offer so much more than just that. So a few months ago, I started my own line of Bluetooth enabled glasses that I call SYNSES. And I really wanted that to be an opportunity for me to pour my passions into some creative outlet. So I'll probably be sharing that a bunch here on YouTube. If I'm being 100% honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. So please feel free to offer any advice and learn from my mistakes. And yeah, just come along for the ride. I'm currently reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Shout out Dochi. And so I'm sure I'll be sharing some of the things that I discover over this 12-week course. I love that this just gives me an avenue to pour out my creative side, to really flex that muscle, because I think a lot of times we are asked to be analytical or logical in a lot of different spaces, but we don't always have a space to pour out our creativity. And so between YouTube and that book and my glasses brand, I really just want to have an avenue to be creative and to have fun. I'm also in the process of revamping my wardrobe. I got to a point where I was kind of over consuming, and I was filling my closet with a lot of polyester and fast fashion. And after really taking a look at like the ethical implications of that and what that means, and I really want to make sure that my wardrobe reflects my values. So I'm in the process of buying new things and replacing things and thrifting and secondhand shopping. So I'm sure I will bring you all along for that process as well. Again, there's no perfect formula here. I'm figuring it out as I go. So if you all have any advice, please recommend. I'll let the plane pass. I don't have the perfect formula for that as well. So if you have any advice, any brands that you feel like, hey, they're doing it right, let me know, because yeah, I'm really trying to make sure that I have clothing that is not only ethical and that lasts and that's made of natural fibers. I also just want to pour into small businesses, Black owned brands and BIPOC owned brands. So let me know any in the comments that you love, and I'll definitely check them out. I also love music. One of my favorite things to do is to go to concerts, whether I know the artists or not. And so I'm sure I'll share that a bunch too. I have a lot of different creative takes on music. I actually really love music association in a weird way. So like, I have this idea for a podcast where I talk about songs that have some common theme. For example, I did a Spotify music and talk show a couple years ago where I put together a playlist of songs that were all created by artists who were dating or in a relationship at that time. So I love that kind of like association. Maybe that's my ADHD, I don't know. But I love being able to connect different things, like songs that have similar themes. I've made playlists for songs that are all about cheating. I've made playlists for songs that are all about gardens or garden motifs and imagery, and so many other things. So I'm sure I'll share that on here as well. Maybe it'll actually take the form of a podcast at some point. And yeah, I'm just looking to grow. I'm trying to become a storyteller, and I think that isn't always perfect. That doesn't always have perfect clean cut. That's not always perfect and clean cut. And so I really want to make sure that I'm authentic here. I don't really feel like I need to overproduce my content. A lot of it will probably be direct to camera. Maybe I'll get to the point where I'm doing a little bit more editing and having some B-roll, but I'm not in a rush to get there. I feel like I'm learning as I go. And so please feel free to come along for the drive and have grace for me, because, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, but I'm really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be on YouTube. I originally tried to start a YouTube channel. I mean, it was the same channel, but I originally started posting on YouTube back in 2015, which is crazy that that's been a decade now. At the time, I was posting primarily about men's style and my personal style, but I felt like I got pigeonholed by trying to become or position myself as some expert, when in reality, I'm just sharing my experience. And so that's what you can expect on this channel going forward. I'm just gonna be sharing my experience, my perspective on the world, and hoping to find a community of people who maybe share that or who can enlighten me on something I may not know yet. I'm not as concerned about growing a huge following. I don't need tons and tons of followers on any platform, but I do really want to engage with a community. I want to actually have a conversation that feels back and forth with you all. So please sound off in the comments. If you guys don't like something I'm saying, or if you feel like I could be doing something differently or better, please let me know, because I really do read all of the comments. I really want to hear your input. And yeah, I don't want to make this video too long because this is just supposed to be a brief introduction, but if you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button. I look forward to connecting with you and sharing what I've got going on. And hopefully, you know, by the end of this or in some time, I'll have something substantial to show for it. So let me know what you guys think. I look forward to talking to you guys in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.